Hey y'all, welcome to What's on the Menu with me, Lauren Bordeaux. Since summertime is coming to an end, sad to say, today we're going to be making one last really delicious summertime treat, key lime cake. Watch out everybody. Now before we get to the good stuff, I gotta remind y'all about our free weekly webinar. Just like every Wednesday, we have another free webinar coming up this Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Dr. Desiree Festa is going to be presenting on Forget Everything You Know About Goal Setting. In this free webinar, Dr. Festa is going to go over practical skills so that you can ensure that you're setting the right goals and the best goals to help you set yourself up for success. Be sure to check it out. Go to our website, southeastpsych.com, click on that webinars panel, and you can register for this webinar and also see the other ones we have coming up. Now let's get to the good stuff. First, you're going to need 1 box of white cake mix. Got it right here. Pour that on into your mixer. Yum, yum, y'all. Next, you're going to need 1 3-ounce box of lime jello. Just the powder. Pour that on in. So we've added our white box mix and our lime jello. Next thing we're going to do is add 1 cup of oil. Go ahead and add that in. And 3/4 cups of orange juice. I got the orange juice with no pulp. I've never used it with the kind that does have pulp. So we're going to mix this in real good till it gets all good and creamed together. So while this is mixing, I've got to remind y'all about our brand new podcast, Shrink Tank. You can find them on iTunes or on our website, shrinktank.com. This week on the podcast, they're going to be looking at the VMAs. Now that's going to be really good and really interesting. I actually can't wait to hear what all they have to talk about on that. Now this Shrink Tank podcast is tied right into our website, shrinktank.com. I know I've told you before, but I'll remind you, it's just an entertainment website where pop culture meets psychology. So it's really cool. We're talking about the same things everybody else is talking about. We have a totally different perspective because you got a bunch of shrinks talking about it. Check it out, Shrink Tank podcast on iTunes and shrinktank.com. All right, so this is getting good and mixed up. So now it's time, I'm going to cut it off. And it's time I'm going to add 4 eggs. You're going to add them 1 at a time. So let's see. Being careful to not get any shell in there, which is sometimes a little bit more of a trick. Add 1 and cut your mixer back on just till it kind of gets blended together. There we go. Not totally, but just so the yolk is broken, all that good stuff. All right. It smells so good already, y'all. It's wonderful. Everybody's so used to having key lime pie, but what about key lime cake with homemade key lime cream cheese icing? Shut up, it is so good. All right, so now I've added all 4 of our eggs, got them good and combined. Next, you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of lime juice and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. All right, y'all, now you're gonna crank this mixer up to about a little less than all the way, but about 3/4 power, and let it mix and blend together really good for about 2 minutes. We'll turn it down a notch so we don't have an explosion. While that's going, I gotta remind y'all about our other podcast, Change Your Tune. You can find Change Your Tune on iTunes as well. This week, host Jonathan Hederle is going to be discussing EDM, the electronic dance music, and also youth culture. It's going to be really interesting. Check it out. While we're waiting for this to go ahead and mix together real well, I'm not showing you how to make the homemade icing just for the sake of time, but it's super easy. So let me tell you, after this mixes together for about 2 minutes, it gets good and smooth and combined. You're going to pour it into 3 8-inch cake pans, greased and floured of course, and pop those babies in the oven at 350 for about 25 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean. So while they're baking and while your house is filling with just this absolutely glorious smell, go ahead and start making your icing. What you're going to need is 1 stick of butter softened, a pack of 8-ounce cream cheese softened. Go ahead, put that in the mixer and blend that up till it's well combined. You want to make sure that they're well combined because you don't want anybody to take a bite of the icing and it to have, just cream cheese or, just butter. So mix it really well. Then you're going to add 3.5 cups of confectioner's sugar. Add it slowly so you don't make a crazy mess. Get it all mixed up really well. Next, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of lime juice and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Go ahead, mix it up for a few minutes till it's to that really great consistency. It's going to be perfect. Oh, it's so good, y'all. And the smell coming from this right now is just amazing. So let's see. You can see our final product of the cake mix. It's this really pretty green. So the cake is going to be a really pretty green. The cream cheese frosting that you make is still the same color, but it's just so beautiful. So after all your hard work, are you ready to see what the final project looks like? Let's see. Y'all, cream cheese, key lime cream cheese homemade icing on top of a key lime cake. It is so good. We got to cut into it so I can show y'all just how good it looks. Ready? Dun, 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 dun. If I can get it out without making a huge mess. Check that out. Yum! Oh my word, it's so good. I know you're going to love this, and I know your friends and family are too. Thank you so much for joining me this week on What's on the Menu with me, Lauren Bordeaux. Talk to you next time.